Hello guys. After learning the basics of trading, it is only important that you start trading. Now to trade, there are platforms that we use that enable us as traders to access the market. One of such platform is TradingView. And on this video, I will be explaining how the interface, the UI of the TradingView application or software works. If you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and let's learn. Thank you. Welcome back, guys. When you open up your trading view on the laptop, this is what it basically looks like. This whole interface is what it appears like. And I'll be telling you what they represent and how to use them. You can see it has a right screen portion, a left screen portion, right screen portion, some numbers at the top, some icons at the top and at the bottom. The left screen portion is where is regarded as a tool section. Mind you, you register on your TradingView using an email. You can see I have a profile and there are simple stuff that are here. I can sign out and use all of these things to my advantage. After signing in, it opens up. This left screen portion contains your trading tools, the tools that you'll be used to map out zones in the market, where and how you want to enter zones. Starting from the top, this part contains your cursors. You can see cross, dot, arrow. It's on cross now, that's why you are seeing this cross move around the screen. If I put it on arrow, same thing, you can see that dot arrow. Then if I put it on just arrow, it comes out alone without the cross. Sometimes I use this arrow or the cross to accurately pinpoint zones, like you can see here. Now the next part contains trend line tools. You see when you hover around, it outlines the names, trend line tools. And if you click on it, left click on your mouse, you have the trend line, which is this, used to draw lines. Simple. You have raise, info line, extended line, trend angle, horizontal line, horizontal ray, vertical line. The list goes on. These are used by various traders in various ways, but I basically use the trend line and the horizontal ray. This is what the horizontal ray looks like. Wherever you last point it, it leaves a line down to this point. Now for the other parts, they are called Gann and Fibonacci 2. This contains your Fibonacci retracement, which I sometimes use, your trend-based fib extension, your fib channel. You can read them all out. Primarily what I use in this section is the Gann boss. I use the Gann boss to mark specific zones I want to trade from. You can see I modified mine to look this way, and this is the setting. I modified it to look that way. So I usually use it as my demand or supply zones. Then moving on to the next, you have patterns. I don't use any of these things. I don't use any of them. But there are traders that do use them. Here you have forecasting and measurement tool. You have long position, short position, forecast, bar patterns, goes feed. The list goes down. What I use in this zone, in this section, is either the long or the short position. Long position if for buys, put it on my take profit and on my stop loss. Then short position for sales. Mind you, I was the one that modified my color to look this way. You can always change the colors however way you want them, and I will show you how to do that shortly. Notice there are other stuff, and I use just these two. To change the color, you click on it, you see this setting icon, you see colors, stop color background, profit background, and test color. If I change this to blue, you notice that my profit background changed to blue. I'll change it back to green because that is what I use. You can see it went back to green. Put it whichever green color you want, but this is what I use. You can always change it. Same goes for this. Then for the next, you have the brush tool which you use to highlight. Let me give it an illustration. You hold on to your right click, you use it to move your mouse around. Then there you have it. Then you have the highlighter tool, which is basically the same thing. Arrow marker, arrow mark up, arrow mark down. If you click on this stuff, you see what they do. You can see arrow mark up. Same for arrow mark down. Then you have rectangle. Rectangle, simple. A rectangle. Mind you, I changed the color to what I want through this part. You can do that yourself. You have rotated rectangle parts. This is another tool that I usually use. This is what it looks like. I use it to draw trend. You can see. You can do it whichever way you want. Let me quickly delete all of this. Then moving on to our list, you have test. You have emojis. You as a trader, you might rarely use these things, but they are there for your disposal at your discretion. Then you have measure. This is just to measure the time it will take for a candle to close or for a candle to open, the number of bars and pips. Then you have the lens magnets tool. Magnet tool keeps you in check while drawing a line, makes your line straight. Magnets to specific zone. Then the list goes on. You can lock your screen. You can hide all indicators. Then this is to delete. If you click on remove object, it removes every object per time. Now moving on to the top, you can see at the top I have Euro USD, and these are time frames. If I click on 4H, it changes, meaning every candlestick here represents 4 hours of price movement. If I move to 30 minutes, it changes, meaning every candlestick here represents 30 minutes of price movement. If I move to 15 minutes, the same thing happens. Same thing happens if I click on any of this. Take it back to 2 hours. Every candlestick changes to 2 hours. Now, this is a portion where you select the currency pair you want to analyze. If I click on it, left click on it, now you can delete, then search maybe GBP USD. It brings up GBP USD, whichever broker you use, then you click on it, it loads up. You see, it has changed to GBP USD. If we change it again to NZD JPY, you see it brings up NZD JPY. You click on it and it changes again. Now back to Euro USD. Moving on, you can open more than one tab. You can see at the top I have 2 tabs open here: Euro USD, USD CHF. Then these are time zones. Moving on to the next, you have candles lines. You can click, you see there are a lot of ways to use, but I basically use just a candlestick and line chart for precision. I click on the line chart, you see changes to line charts and back to candlestick. Then for indicators, these are a lot of indicators. You can see I've starred some of them, making them favorites, and I'll show you how to do that shortly. Moving on to the next indicator template. This clock represents an alert. If peradventure you analyze a trade and trade is not yet at your zone, you can drop an alert on your trading view. You simply click on it, create alert, put out a specific zone, a specific price that you want the alert to trigger, and it creates the alert. So even when you're not online, it gives a notification that price has come to your zone. Then this is for setting. Then coming down to this part, I basically don't use this part. This is the only thing I use here, which has my watch list, meaning list of pairs that I look out for. The list goes down. Now, how do I change the color of my screen? If you go to this top icon, you see setting. Click on it. You see symbol, status line, scale lines, canvas, trading, alerts. If I click on symbol, you see this has body, borders, wick, and these are for your candlesticks. You can change this blue now to red. You notice your bullish candles have changed to red. Notice they have changed to red. Change it back to blue, which is the color that I use. Then you have status line. These I don't use them, but you can also check out my setting and use them also. I just left it the way I met it. Then for canvas, you can always change the color of your canvas to whatever suits you. Notice how it changes. I leave it at white. Then I removed the watermark. Only when I make it on replay mode, that is where it shows. Crosshair, I made it black. Simple. Now, if you look at the bottom of my screen, you notice that there are some tools that are here. How do you bring them here? Look at them. When I go to my toolbox and I see a tool that I like, that I always use, and I don't want to be clicking this part every time for efficiency's sake, you come to that tool and you start it. Notice how there has been an addition here. If I click on star, notice how it changes. Now if I start 1, 2, 3, 4, notice how a lot of tools were added. Now I simply go back to unstar them, and that is how you use it. Whichever tool you see fit that you are always using, you simply come here and click star. Then for my time zone, you notice that I start some time. That is why they are showing at the top. You can simply come and unstar based on what you want and your preference. Mind you, not all options will work if you're on a paid version, because TradingView allows you to use their platform for free, but to have a better experience, there's a little token you have to pay to have access to every amenities that this wonderful software has. And that's pretty much it, guys. How to use your TradingView on your PC. Mind you, the interface or the usage is the same for mobile. They are just a little bit different to navigate. But if you understand from this video,
you can always understand your mobile version. Thank you so much for watching. Please keep the subscribe button, smash the notification button, and let's keep learning.